Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is Steve Crypto Seed. Another day in the life and the crazy life of the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Happy Tuesday. Today is May 24th, 2022. Very, very interesting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class. It's the digital asset space. That is without question. Davos is all in the news for sure. And I got to tell you, that dude, Brad Garlinghouse, is one of the hardest working CEOs ever. This dude is all over the place doing his thing. I'm not sure from a crypto standpoint, has there been a more out in front CEO than Brad Garlinghouse. He is making the rounds for sure and doing an absolutely outstanding job at doing so. So guys, listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Listen, the Bitcoin dominance is at 42.5%. That is not a great number for the altcoins. The total cryptocurrency market cap's at 1.3 trillion. It's down 4.9%. Bitcoin is at $29,014 again. Ethereum is at $1,934 again. And XRP is at 39.8 cents. You guessed it, again. Interesting stuff. I heard, listen to Blockchain Backer yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. I listened to him yesterday. I'm not sure if the video was from yesterday or the day before. Interesting take on kind of where he's seeing the market right now. He did a video way back in December, I think he did like 3 different types of scenarios, and this one played out. Looks like the last one he thought was the one that he thought would be the least likely to happen is happening, from what I can understand. And so, and to sum that up, go check out the video for sure. But to sum it up, he was basically saying that it's kind of been this year or so of a bear market from Bitcoin's previous all-time high, I guess. And now it looks like that it does have a chance for Bitcoin to do the close to 100,000, is what he is saying, pretty much what he said. Interesting stuff. And then the altcoins would go. Interesting stuff. A few greens in the 7-day. But look, when we're at 1.3 trillion barely, and we were at 3 trillion, it's tough. 83 billion lost in the DeFi space after recent events with Terra UST, not Terra USD, but Terra UST, Terra UST stablecoin. Yeah, it's tough. It is very, very, very tough in the market for sure, without question. And so I know with me and Ms. Crypto Seeds talked about, let's see what happens, but in the July timeframe, see what happens there, see if these alts begin to kind of do their thing. But we're still risk off at the moment, still kind of stabling stuff up with stables and the dirty, nasty fiat, putting that in a spot that works for us. So in all things risk off, that's what we're kind of doing for sure. So listen, interesting take to HODL strong and dollar cost averaging. Really feels like that is really the better move, no matter what is going on. Does it not? It really does feel that way. Stuart Alderelli has something to say about something we covered a few days ago about this nonsense at the SEC with them wanting to do a trial in-house with some judge of theirs. Just not a great look. So Stuart Alderelli said, the Wall Street Journal gets it right. The SEC isn't used to losing cases since defendants often settle to avoid the expense and hassle of litigation. Credit to this defendant for fighting back. And so that was just a crazy thing there where they tried to do the thing in-house. SEC tried to do it in-house with the in-house judge. And federal judge said that was unconstitutional. SEC is something there. Coinbase is in the news, according to Bloomberg Crypto. Coinbase Global Inc. has gone from one of the stock market's most hotly anticipated debuts to one of its most spectacular crashes in a little more than a year. Coinbase's $51 billion nosedive, $51 billion, isn't only about crypto winters. 51 billion. Now, I find this to be very, very interesting. Got the IMF and Kristalina Georgieva and the ECB and Madame Lagarde saying two totally different things. Confusion. That's what I'm told the whole financial market system is about. Just causing confusion so that you just don't understand what's going on. So Bloomberg Crypto says the collapse of Terra USD stable coin shouldn't prompt a pullout from all crypto. A top IMF official said. IMF's Georgieva urges against abandoning all crypto after Terra's crash. Well, isn't that interesting? Because Madame Lagarde says all crypto is worthless. According to Bloomberg Crypto, ECB President Christine Lagarde said cryptocurrencies are based on nothing and shouldn't be regulated to steer people away from speculating on them with their life savings. She also said they were, now this could be just a wording thing. Lagarde says crypto is worth nothing. This says based on nothing. So which one is it? But in any case, two different messages. Regulations coming, and I just think whatever they say, just kind of understand. It should be pretty much the opposite. GameStop, very, very popular franchise in the US for sure. GameStop launches a digital asset wallet that will allow gamers to store, send, and receive cryptocurrencies and NFTs, non-fungible tokens. What the what? Interesting. Stuff there. GameStop. Okay, gonna launch a wallet. I guess it kind of makes sense that gaming and DeFi, DeFi and crypto, gaming and crypto for sure is a thing. It's going to be a really, really big thing. I guess it makes sense for them to kind of get a wallet, but I think that's interesting. GameStop is going to launch a crypto digital asset wallet, I should say. I think that's interesting. Brad is all in the news. Listen, I think it's hugely important to do what he's doing for sure. And I think he's really kind of leading with the torch here and making sure that digital assets are looked at the way that they should be looked at. And I think that's massively important. He's kind of debunking the Ponzi scheme of Terra UST here. Check it out.
Because he did exactly what he said. Putting it in context, I'm going to give Lou credit. He said something to me before we started talking. Some people are calling the Luna overall debacle a Ponzi scheme. And he said something I thought was actually really insightful, which is it's not a Ponzi scheme. And it's not a Ponzi scheme because he did exactly what he said he was going to do. A Ponzi scheme is when you're lying about what you're doing and you're putting a pyramid scheme, but you're lying. The whole UST Luna experience, he published a white paper, said, here's what I'm going to do, and then he went and did it. So look, my general view of what happened the last couple weeks, clearly we've been through some market resets over time. I view it as probably net good for the industry in the long haul, but certainly painful.
Yeah, market reset, absolutely, without question. Brad kind of gets it for sure. By the way, the Terra Luna deal is they're gonna instead of calling it a hard fork, they're gonna just kind of say it's a new blockchain, which is interesting to say the least. But again, I think the thing that is most for me to pay most attention to because there's still going to be the old blockchain plus a new blockchain. That's awesome. Is these projects that built around the Terra ecosystem, Mirror Protocol, Anchor Protocol, just to name a couple, and there's even more. What are they going to do? So there's a lot of developers, and there are a lot of projects that kind of built around it. So we'll see what will happen with that. The vote is going to pass. It's only got a day left, so that's going to happen. There's going to be an opportunity, I believe, for some from initial gains in that. The question is it worth it, right? Is it going to be worth it? That's the big question. We held Luna and UST prior to the DPEG, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this new chain. We would certainly get our money back from the new chain. I'm certain of that, but we'll see what else happens. Celsius is in the news, introducing password reset protections. Shout out to Alex Mashinsky and the team at Celsius. It's been a rough couple of weeks since the Terra DPEG for sure for them. Lots of liquidations all over the crypto space. Celsius was not shielded from that, so a lot of liquidations happened there as well. People, lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Alex did, right? So it's an interesting thing, and that may be just in the value because everything tanked. But in any case, they continue to move on and continue to build on, and I think that is, I think that's the most important thing, to continue to move on and press on and continue to build. Certainly some things will have to change in terms of what they do, and the message that they put out. How will have to change around loans for sure, but they continue to do things to keep your crypto safe. And I brought this up because I was looking into something called BALD, VAULD, because there was a particular crypto influencer, if you will, really massive in the space, who was promoting it, link in the description, sponsored, right, type deal, and called VAULD, VAULD. And I did my research, and it was an alarm for me whenever you kind of see a Telegram deal. Not that they didn't have a Twitter, they did, but when reading the Telegram, for sure, it was just the sentiment was not good, right? One guy was complaining about trying to withdraw his crypto. It was about $41,000, and it had been 6 days, and he still had not received it. So just the overall about it reminds me of how good Celsius is, and sometimes I think we take it for granted when you don't have to pay fees for depositing and withdrawing. Maybe take advantage of the fact that you can get a 1% loan. You take it for granted, rather. Take it for granted that is available, where 99% of the populace and finance are not able to do such a thing. And sometimes we take the benefits that Celsius has, we take them for granted instead of appreciate it. It's tough to take an L for sure, but we must not forget all the wins, in my opinion, that Celsius has given us. So introducing password reset protection. What is it? A new security feature designed to disable sensitive actions in your account for 24 hours after you reset your password. And I think that's brilliant move. And this again reminds me for you guys to make sure that you get a Ledger Nano. And when you do get your Ledger Nano SX, make sure that you grab it from the Ledger shop.ledger.com, I believe it is. Don't get it from Amazon, because you can get it in a couple of days, because the bad guys have realized that it's worth their investment to get these ledgers in bulk from shop.ledger and then turn around and sell them on Amazon after they have hacked into them, essentially, and able to access your crypto that way. So don't get it from eBay or Amazon, any kind of third-party stuff. Get it directly from Ledger. Get it directly from Ledger. So link in the description of all of my videos for Ledger for sure. You definitely want to grab them. We have a couple, and besides some other ones we have as well. But yeah, be really, really careful out there. Shout out to Celsius for leveling up again. The security, I think, is awesome. In the first place, that's why we had our XRP there in the first place, because of the security. So this is interesting. Ripple and the XRP community, the role models in the crypto world. Haha. This is from Status. How are you, bro? Appreciate you, my friend. This guy does really, really awesome and great graphics for the XRP community. Ripple and the XRP community. We've tried to lead by example. Interesting to hear Brad say the XRP community. Ripple and the XRP community. We've tried to lead by example. We have really tried to be the adults in the crypto world. Interesting. Listen to Brad say this here. It's pretty interesting stuff. Check this out.
Applies to Tether. I think that applies to, well, I think the whole industry needs to be more transparent. I think that applies to Tether. I think that applies to, the whole industry. From the earliest days, Ripple and the XRP community, we've tried to lead by example. We've really tried to be the adults in the crypto room.
Ripple and the XRP community, we've tried to lead by example. We've really tried to be the adults in the crypto room.
And it's the reason why I've come here to Davos and met with finance ministers from around the world, CEOs of banks from around the world, to talk about how these technologies can actually solve real-world problems and reduce costs and improve the efficiency of particularly cross-border payments, an area that here at WEF they care a lot about, a population that's paying the most for remittance costs that can least afford it.
I love that. Ripple and the XRP community. Oh, interesting stuff coming from Brad. Shout out to you, Brad. Keep doing what you're doing, Mr. Garlinghouse. Now, this is a very, very short clip, but the fact that Brad is meeting with the prime minister of this nation that is called Georgia is interesting. Now, who is this? CoinQuora said that the Georgia administration pitches to Ripple CEO at the Economic Forum again. I take these articles with a grain of salt, but this says here, Irakli Garabashvili, the Prime Minister of Georgia, and Laban Devakashvili, the Economy Minister, held a meeting with the CEO of Ripple Labs. Now, what do you think? Why would they take this meeting? Why did they? I don't know if they put it together. In any case, why are they meeting with him? Interesting stuff, to say the least. It was an honor to meet the Prime Minister of Georgia to discuss blockchain and crypto at the World Economic Forum. Ripple tweeted that out. The Prime Minister said, great talks with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, shared Georgia's vision on future blockchain and regulation with business-centric environment and innovative approach. We aim to evolve as a tech and innovations hub, shared Georgia's story as the first country to bring blockchain and public service. Here is the meat. I think it's pretty interesting. Check it out. Shout out to Leonidas. What's good, bro? Thanks for sharing with the community, my guy. If the laptop will work.
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Live on in Israel.
Nice to meet
Please.
you. I was saying that there's a lot of crypto and our conversations have happened, and so we're opening an office in Miami. And
so that's good. That's a very, very short clip there. Looks like some stuff got muted out. But in any case, yeah, it's a really, really good deal. Really, really good deal to see Brad making the rounds and doing what he does best, right? Which is establishing networking and establishing relationships. He's a really smart guy. They picked the perfect guy to start as COO and then move on up to CEO. He's been doing an absolutely outstanding job. All right, guys, listen, that wraps it up for your XRP Ripple Daily News. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though. because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I will talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.